Alright, what is going on everybody, and welcome back to another video and another FIFA 21 review. We are going ham on these reviews. Please let me know in the comments what reviews you guys want to see, but today we have got Courtois. Now, honestly, this card, he looks actually pretty decent on his base stats. Decent diving, great handling, great reflexes. Not only that, he is 6'6". He's a nuts keeper looking at his stats. He is left-footed as well. Freestyle weak foot, not that matters as a keeper unless you really are playing that back. We are going to hop straight into this review. I want to keep it as short, sweet, and simple as we can. And if you guys do appreciate this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, completely free, and it helps support the channel. But honestly, I pulled him in a draft. We went through the first round of draft, and the first clips this is from was the second round of the draft, and then the clips towards the end of the video was the semi-finals of the draft. So it was later on into the online draft where we really had to test him. Obviously, he is a decent keeper, but I will talk about what I like and dislike about him when we actually get into the game, because in all honesty, I feel like there is some better keepers out there. I don't know, it is what it is, but 84 diving is decent, 74 kicking is... you would really want a little bit more kicking, but it's not too much of an issue. 85 positioning is good, 88 reflexes, and 89 handling is definitely his main stats. And we will go over the traits in just a second, but I feel like that he is a good keeper, especially being 6'6". He is really going to be good in the area. Obviously, his 46 speed isn't great, but hey, it is what it is. 52 sprint speed with 42 acceleration. Obviously, not much keepers are very fast. Although there's like Yashin, who I believe his baby has like 64 pace or 64 speed. And now for the traits, a long throw, and he comes out for crosses, which are probably some of the best traits you could ask for a goalkeeper. Now, the first team we will be facing coming up against Luis Suarez, Bruno Fernandes, Lewandowski, and Makelele, his main players that we will have to watch out for. Now, this is the quarterfinals or the second round. Yeah, so this is the second round. I already won my first one, and yeah, hopefully we can get a win. I mean, I already know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to spoil it, alright? We throw back to Courtois, and that was his passing. His passing I actually found playing out from the back. He was actually decent. I feel like using him out at the back, his passing, because I'm not sure goalies have a passing stat. Obviously they have a passing stat in game, but not on their actual main card. So no one really knows what the goalie's passing is. And being left-footed, it was in a bit of a tricky position. At this point we're 2-0 up, we do concede. Let me know down below, do you reckon he should have saved that? In my opinion, it was a hard shot to save. Maybe he could have done a better job instead of just flopping to the ground. But honestly, in my opinion, I didn't think he was too great. Like, look at this shot, for example. He dives a completely wrong way. I don't know. Last FIFA, I feel like some goalies would have saved that. So, I don't know. I feel like with this card, it has its pros, it has its cons. The massive pro being 6'6". But the cons, his diving of 84 was just off. His diving was really poor, and I'm literally going to put that under a con, which I don't usually do. His diving in-game just was terrible. His handling was good, and his reflexes were good, though. That's what I can save. And especially this here, I feel like that save made up for it. That is a mixture of diving. Although he barely left the ground, it was more his reflexes there. And that's definitely made up for his last one, because that was a very, very good save. Probably one of the best saves in the whole 2 games we played with him. So I feel like his reflexes are great. Being 6'6", he has good reach, but his diving really got to me. And as you saw in the first couple goals, especially the second goal, he could have done much better there. He could have done much better. So as you can see here, we've got Makelele, and the reason I am just showing this is because I believe we do play this back to him. And like I'm trying to say, is playing out from the back with him is decent. He is left-footed, so it will take some getting used to, because I'm used to right-footed goalies. But as you see here, he goes through, and this was an exceptional save. It was, I wouldn't say exceptional, but it was a very, very good speed. And being 6'6", his body literally covers up the whole net. He does pull off only 2 saves in that match as well, which isn't great. Conceding 3 and 2 saves. It's really not a great stat to have. But overall, lads, I feel like he was a decent player. I feel like he really was a decent player. Now, as you can see, once again, An amazing save. And I say amazing, he could have actually held that, you know, he could have got hold of that ball, but still, amazing save nonetheless. That was on target, going bottom right, and he did manage to get a hand to it. And like I said, being 6'6" is the massive pro with him. His reach is nuts, but I feel like it just slows down his diving in a way. So his diving for me was absolutely terrible, and I have to be honest with this, lads. I feel like he wasn't a great goalie. I feel like he wasn't a great goalie. So as you'll see, Cons was diving. I feel like it was a lie. He doesn't have 84 diving. With a basic, he goes to 94 diving. Still feel like it doesn't do anything. He was honestly just bad for me. He was honestly just bad for me, and I do hate to say it, boys. I do hate to say it. I don't think he'll be the STEGEN of last year, but very, very overpowered goalkeeper, because I was using a 76 non-rear goalkeeper the other day, and he pulled off better saves than this Courtois did. So under pros, 6'6", he is giant, meaning he does have very good reach. And I have also put reflexes under there, because the reflexes he has is nuts, right? Like you saw in that first really good save he pulled off, the reflexes to get that is mad. And some people would say it was a dive. I don't think that was a diving stat going in play there, because if you have a look closely, he barely left the floor. So that was really just down to reflexes. So 6'6" has a pro, reflexes is a pro. I'll put handling under a pro, because I did find that his handling was very, very good. But then under the Cons, it's just his diving, and I feel like he was just one of the keepers that is just not great. And he's currently coming in. I'll actually have a look on Footbin, because I have no clue how much he's going for right now. But I feel like I recorded this, and I'm looking at the price right now during 10 hours early access, when not much people are playing. So he obviously could go up, he could go down. You really just don't know. So he's currently going for 32,750 coins. It's currently the 5th of October when I'm recording this. I've used basically all my 10 hours early access. I have 1 hour left on my second account. And when the full game's out, I reckon he will stay around the same, but he could probably go up to maybe 40 to 50k, just because but obviously he gets a strong link to Ramos, a strong link to Militao. There's a few Belgium links in there as well. But I don't know, he's an interesting one. He is an interesting one, and I feel like he's just on his FIFA, he doesn't really cut it, boys. He feels really, really weird when he's diving as well. That obviously has something to do with him being 6'6". It just makes the diving feel really weird. Not in a bad way, but I don't know, that second goal, you guys will see a replay on screen now. I don't understand. Why did he dive the completely different way? I had a goalie, like I said, a non-rear goalie earlier, who actually pulled off that dive. So for that reason, for say 35,000 coins, is Courtois worth it? No. My first review where I'm saying a card's not worth it, or this FIFA anyways, I want to be honest with these reviews. I don't want to lie to you guys. No, he's not worth it. He may be good for you guys, but from what I've played with him, he is absolutely shocking. And overall, we're going to give him a 5 out of 10. A keeper's a keeper. And a keeper can only do what a keeper does, right? Like, it's not going to... I don't know. You could say they will save you, because some games he'll pull off some nut saves, like we saw in that, was that the third save or first save. But then, most of the time, keepers only have one job, and that is just to be there, to fill in a position. And obviously, if he is on your side, they will have a cracking game. But through 2 games, for me, he was pretty poor in both of them. Anyway, lads, sorry to break it to you guys, but no, this card is not worth it. If you need him for links, go for it, alright? Like, if you need him for links, a goalie's a goalie, and who knows, for you guys he may be cracked, but for me, he was not good. You know, boys, this has been your boy Davis. Like, once again, I feel bad saying a card's not worth it, right? But I have to be honest, he was really, really poor for me, as you guys saw in the clips. But anyway, lads, until next time, I'll see you all later. Peace out, boys.